Hello, friends. I am currently on a trail outside of Cuba, New York. Well, I guess it's really right in Cuba, New York. I decided that I would take myself here for today just for fun because I came here once before. And although I can hear the highway in the background, that's not my favorite. Um, this is sort of a nice, easy trail. It was sunny. I wanted to be in the sunshine, more exposed to the sun than I might be if I were in the woods, even though there's not really that much in the way of leaves right now. There's no leaves on the trees right now. Yeah. Clearly I need I need some better cognitive skills at the moment. But looking around me, you can see there's some nice wooded area. It's kind of pretty here. I can imagine it would be even prettier when the spring comes. I think that when it gets greened up again, it'll be beautiful. I did come here in the fall at some point, and it was nice then. Anyway, we're here for the writing prompt, not for the woods so much, although I can't seem to help myself when it comes to being outside. I love that. So today, I hope that this last prompt that you had, I'm trying to turn so that you can see me better because the light is kind of, it's better when I'm facing the sun, I think, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, I hope that the prompt that we used for this week, Emit Delight, was a relaxing, fun week. I hope that's what happened when you used that as your intention, when you started your day with that, when you finished your day with that, right before you went to sleep. I hope that's what happened for you, is that you began to feel a little lightening of your energy. And in the process of that, I wanted to then follow up with that with a different kind of, like, since you were paying hopefully more attention to delight this week, that this coming week, we utilize the prompt distill emotion. And the reason I'm choosing that for this week is that I would like for us to be thinking about how emotion affects your body, how emotion affects your thoughts, how emotion affects your behavior. When we distill the emotion through those focal points of our lives, I really believe that it is information for what is the best course of action. What is the best possible outcome for any given situation when it comes to what information your emotions are giving you? Because I've talked about this before, but maybe you haven't been here that long or you haven't seen those videos, but I have talked about how emotion really is the information your body is getting, your brain and your heart are getting when it comes to situations in which you are engaged. And when you get emotions about anything, whether it's because of thoughts in your mind, whether it's because of something somebody said, whether it's because of a situation that you find yourself in, planned or unplanned, what is your emotional reaction in that moment? And when you distill it through those focal points of thought, action, and speech, what happens when you utilize the emotions as information which can help you really decide what is the next step? I feel like when I pay closer attention to my emotions, I get better outcomes in my general day overall. When I use emotions as a distillation point, when I say to myself, I'm feeling not real happy right now, or I'm feeling frustrated, or I'm feeling angry, or I'm feeling whatever, anxiousness, whatever emotion is coming up, if I'm noticing that in response to whatever just happened, it's information for sure that helps me decide what should I do about this. And it kind of really gives you an opportunity to really reflect on that and ask yourself, what does this mean? When we utilize our emotions as information, a lot of people would say emotions are not reliable. I disagree. I think emotions are always information. I think you have negative and positive emotions, and they are clear indicators for you to decide whether or not something you're about to do or engage with or say or think about, is that a good thing for you or not? When your emotions are a clear sign that maybe no, it's not, I think it's a good idea to listen. When you have a negative emotion, it's a signal to say, maybe this isn't happy. Maybe this isn't good for me. And think about it. Reflect on it. Use it as information for your future. And maybe it wasn't that situation. Maybe it was you having a reaction to some past experience. But that is, again, information for you to decide, how do I fix that? How do I make peace with that so that I'm not just having that affect me all the time? It's really a good indicator. It doesn't mean you need to do anything with it. It just means look at it, distill it. That's the point of that. So hopefully that's helpful this week. Distill emotion. Hopefully that's helpful this week. And I look forward to anybody leaving comments or thoughts or whatever you want to say, questions that you might have about the process, which, as you recall, if you've been here before, it is to start your day with the intention. You write it down. My intention for today is, this week it'll be distill emotion. Then at the end of the day, before you go to sleep, right before you go to sleep, you write a brief reflection, 1 to 5 minutes. It does not need to be long. It can be longer if you want, but it does not have to be. 1 to 5 minutes is plenty, in which point you write whatever comes into your head about thoughts, actions, speech, anything that you've noticed throughout your day in reference to your intention. So write about your intention and remember to notice things that you've noticed, and it will automatically just come up if you know that that's your focal point for your reflection. I keep using the word focal point because I guess that's on my mind today, but it's important to think of it that way. So you then will allow yourself to just write and keep your pen moving the whole time. It utilizes the part of your brain which is more of the creative part that gets deeper into thought and emotion, and the limbic brain and all of that stuff that is in the backdrop somewhere, rather than the logical brain, which is what we use when we structure our writing, as if you're going to turn in a paper for school. You don't want that side of your brain making those reflections. You want that part of your brain that's creative, that's artistic, that's more malleable, that's more idea generating. That's the part of your brain that you're writing with when you let yourself just write whatever comes into your mind. And that's where the real you is going to come out. And that's where the real reflection is going to happen. Okay, so do that right before you go to bed. Those are powerful times of day. Theta waves are what you're taking advantage of. And that's where you plant suggestions into your subconscious, and they are taking hold if you utilize those special times of day. And I promise you that you will not have to work hard during your day to remember these positive things. They will just happen naturally over time, especially if you let this go on for at least a month. You will find that your brain starts paying closer attention to the positive things in your environment if that's what you are using as your focus, which is what we're doing with these intentions. These are a positive focus. Your brain naturally will latch onto them, and you will have a different experience. So I hope that you have a wonderful week. I hope that this helps you immensely. Please do comment if you like, and I look forward to seeing you next Saturday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, everybody.